Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone, this is me talking to you again about IELTS under the hashtag the horse mouth. Under this hashtag I started talking about IELTS speaking, and now I'm focusing on teaching pronunciation. Go back to the video linking to blending. The link is under this video for a very important explanation of how IELTS speaking is really marked. I use the hashtag the horse mouth to make it easy for you to find all the videos on IELTS, so please do use it to watch the videos which you might feel of interest to you. Today is a summary of a series 4 videos I made before about the feature of speaking called linking. Linking is when we say words back to back as if they were one word. Right, so about the 4 videos. In the first video, I talked about linking consonants to vowels and linking vowels to consonants. And in the second video, I talked about blending, which is linking consonants to consonants when they have the same sound. And in the third video, I talked about linking consonants to consonants when their sounds are different. And in the last video, I talked about linking vowels to consonants. Something interesting about those videos is that we have skits in which vowels were represented by boys and consonants were represented by girls. As you know, in English we have vowel letters and we have consonant letters, and of course we can link words of either type. You can find the links to all 4 videos in this series in the comment under this video or in the post. Let's start now by summarizing linking consonant to vowel. When we link consonants to vowels, for example, m in game and o in over, we just say them as one word. There is no change to their sound. So we say game over, game over. There is no special rule to link them or anything. So every time you find a consonant and then a vowel, we just link them, no changes needed. Now let's talk about linking vowels to vowels. Here we need to learn some rules. We need to link them by making a new sound, either wa or ya, depending on the vowel in the first word. There are 5 vowels in English, as you know. The ones that make your lips straight, like this, e, are linked, use ya sound. For example, the e in the is linked to the e in end. So we say the end, the end. Notice, we don't say the end. We have to say the end, not the end, the end. And the one that makes your lips go round like this, o or u, they are linked using the wa sound. For example, the u sound in the word you is linked to the a in r, like this, you are. We don't say you are, we say you are, you are. That's how we link it. The second video was about linking consonants to consonants when they have the similar sound, so it was called blending. When the linked sounds are the same, we link them and we make the linked sounds longer than normal. For example, the t sound in hot, when blended with the t sound in tea, it sounds like this, hot tea. Notice, we don't say hotty, and we don't say hot tea with 2 T's. No, we don't say that. We say hot tea, as if it was one long T. The third video, we talked about linking consonants to consonants when they have different sounds. So when we link different sounds, we need to look at what type of consonant or the first sound is. Is it continuous or is it stop sound? So quickly, what are those? Now, there are 10 continuous sounds in English and there are 11 stop consonant sounds in English. Continuous consonants make their sound so long as you can breathe without changing them. For example, the sound r, you can say it r, so it's called a continuous sound. And the stop sounds sometimes are called blocked sounds or plosive sounds. They're pronounced by 2 actions. The first one is we hold the air using the lips And the second step is we let go that air. So hold, release, hold, release. For example, the sound we say the, and the ta sound we say ta. So the and ta. What matters here is the first sound when we connect two consonant sounds that are different. If it's a continuous consonant, then we link it to the one after it with no problems. For example, l, like in the word will, like we will, put together, will. When we link it to the ka from come, then we say it like one word, welcome, welcome. So we put both of them together, and there are no special rules or anything because it's a continuous sound. Now, if the first sound is a stop sound, how can we pronounce it? Actually, because it's hold, release, then we pronounce it like this. We hold the air, and then when we release into the new consonants that comes in the other word. For example, b in cab and da in driver. When we put them together, we say cab driver. Now notice that I held the sound and I did not release it. I released the sound. So I did not say cab driver. I said cab driver, right? Cab driver. Now let's talk about linking vowels to consonants. That was the last type of linking that we studied. Again, we need to look at the consonant. If it's a continuous sound, then we make the sound a bit longer than usual. For example, the ya in my and the sa in seat. Ya is a vowel and sa is a consonant. So when we put them together, we say my seat. Now the sa in seat is pronounced for a little longer than usual. The consonant sound in the second word is a stop sound. What do? We pronounce it with a small h sound after it. Let me give an example. The ya again in the word my, and let's take the word car, for example. So when we put them together, we say my car. Now notice that plosive, my car, okay? Now by studying linking, you can speak more fluently. You can ask me, how do I use linking in speaking? Don't think about all the rules I've discussed in the 4 videos which I summarized here. No. Just link all the words that are put together in a part of the sentence and say them like one long word. Typically, you can find between 2 to 5 words. We can call this part of the sentence a thought group. Thought group. So a thought group is a group of words that are put together and you pronounce them together. Trust me, you will not get them wrong. Just because you know that there is something called linking, every time you try to speak fast, you will get it right. It just needs a bit of practice. Look at the following 2 sentences and let's say them. I'll say them 2 times, each one of them. The first time I'll say it without any linking, and the second time I will say it with linking, and you will notice a difference. So let's take the first one. The only thing I want is to be able to use English in giving talks at conferences. Not very good, is it? Now notice how you can say it with linking. The only thing I want to be able to do is to use English in giving talks at conferences. Much better, isn't it? Just because you started using linking. There are other things that I use, but I will explain them later. Let's take another example. It's a rather long one. It will give you the sense of how important linking is. Now, here it is without any linking. I am a doctor and I want to do research and go to present my findings at conferences to the world. But I just can't speak clearly enough for people to understand. Not great, is it? Now, let me say it again, but this time I will use linking. I'm a doctor and I want to do research and go to present my findings at conferences to the world. But I just can't speak clearly enough for people to understand. Again, with LinkedIn, speaking is much, much better. And this is how you get the score that you want in IELTS. Well, listening. It can help us with listening as well. It makes us better listeners when we learn linking. Look at these sentences. Each pair, I will say only one of them, and you need to figure out which one I said. So again, we have pairs of sentences, and I will pronounce from each pair, each two, I will pronounce only one, and you need to figure out which one I pronounced. Let's take the first pair. Her rice is in the pot. I'll say it again. Her rice is in the pot. Which one did I pronounce? The first one or the second one? Of course, it's the first one, because I said her rice, not her eyes. Now, let's look at the second pair. My favorite song is The Start Time. I'll say it again. My favorite song is The Start Time. So which one was it? It was the second one. Exactly, because I said start time. I didn't say start time. Right? And here is the third pair. She is the author of the story Big Eyes. She is the author of the story Big Eyes. Now, which one did I pronounce? First one or second one? I think you figured it out right. It's the first one. I didn't say big guys. I said big guys. Big guys, big guys. You notice the difference. Now, the last pair. When I went to his office, he donated the money. When I went to his office, he donated the money. Now, which one did I say? Exactly, it's the second one. Because I said he donated the money, not he donated the money. Notice, he donated the money is the first one. He donated the money is the second one. Why does that really matter in listening? If you're taking an exam, IELTS or anything else, you can answer the questions wrong if you can't hear the difference between such pairs of sentences. For example, in the last one, when I went to the office, he donated some money. The meaning differs completely, because that means he actually gave that money before I went to the office, not after I went to the office. And you can tell that that makes a lot of difference in exams. Now, by this video, we finished talking about a very important feature of spoken English, which is linking. And next time, inshallah, I will talk about a new speaking feature. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. And see you later. Bye.